I couldn't believe this when I saw it. First, I thought it was an accident, which would have been bad enough. Then I heard that it was a teenage girl who had passed away because she'd been unalived by a teenage boy. Yes, unfortunately, over here in the UK, we do seem to have a lot of teenagers, especially that are unaliving each other, particularly young males, which is a terrible statistic to have to acknowledge, and that has risen so much in the last 20 years that it has become, which is really bad to say, but an almost regular weekly occurrence. Things have been getting really bad. This incident happened this morning as the young teenage girl was just going to school. I mean, all of us who've been lucky enough to become adults, we were teenagers once going to school. I know we got up to all kinds of stuff, but nothing like this that would result in the death of someone else. Apparently, the guy who did it was also a teenager. Allegedly, they knew each other because they've been going out with each other, and the media have been reporting on it.
8:30 this morning, we responded to a stabbing here in Wellesley Road. Our officers were on scene within 2 minutes of the call being received. They provided emergency first aid along with paramedics from the London Ambulance Service and the London Air Ambulance. Sadly, despite their efforts, a 15-year-old girl died at the scene. This is every parent's worst nightmare, and I know the officers who responded this morning, along with our emergency service colleagues, are devastated at the victim's death. This is an emotion I share, and I know people across Croydon will be feeling the same. The victim's family has been informed, and our thoughts are with them at what must be an incredibly difficult time. We carried out urgent inquiries to find the suspect, and within 75 minutes of the incident happening, a 17-year-old boy was arrested in New Addington. He remains in custody and will be questioned by detectives. We remain in the early stages of our investigation. However, based on what we know so far, we believe that we are not looking for anyone else in connection with this offence. From our initial inquiries, we believe the suspect may have known the victim. However, we are not in a position to release the victim's identity at this time. We will work with our community contacts over the coming days and weeks to ensure those directly affected get the right support and to ensure the wider community can come together and grieve. I know there will be many questions about what has happened here today. Our specialist team of homicide detectives will be working to find those answers, and we will update you as the investigation continues.
This is so sad. She was just a teenager. I'm hearing that one of the reasons it happened may be because she broke up with the young guy, apparently another teenage boy, because she didn't want to go out with him anymore, and he was bringing her flowers and trying to get her back. He wanted her to go back out with him again. But allegedly she was saying no for whatever reason. They started arguing. So it sounds like it was supposedly a relationship, young love gone wrong. Then chaos breaks loose, the police get called, and they have to call in the forensics teams to take evidence because she's gone. So I'm wondering, should teenagers be educated at school about the dangers of relationships, including looking out for signs of emotional and physical abuse, even though they are really young, especially when one person wants to break up for whatever reason? Because that happens, doesn't it? I think that young people need to be taught how to deal with their emotions and not feel that being broken up with is a form of rejection that should make them get so angry that they have to physically retaliate against someone using a deadly weapon. I mean, that is someone that they supposedly cared about and were trying to get back together in a relationship with not even 5 minutes earlier. This is so sad. May she rest in peace.